Welcome to AC 24/7. I'm Aaron Dean. An unusual debate in the middle of the presidential primary season. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who is running to be the Republican nominee, shared the stage with California Governor Gavin Newsom, who is the Democrat who's not running for president. Well, the two clashed over several issues, including abortion. Take a listen.
Ron DeSantis signed the most extreme anti-abortion bills in America. He signed a bill banning any exceptions for rape and incest. And then he said it didn't go far enough and decided to sign a 6-week ban before women even know they're pregnant, Ron. People aren't going on and having abortions.
Should it be illegal then?
Unless something devastating has happened.
Should it be illegal?
It should be up to the mother and her doctor and her conscience.
That is really extreme, to take your tax dollars and to do this all the way up to the moment of birth.
A federal judge temporarily halted Montana's TikTok ban on Thursday. A U.S. district judge found the ban carried more interest in China's role in TikTok than protecting the citizens of Montana. Now, under the law, the app would be prohibited from operating within state lines with potential fines of $10,000 per day. Montana's governor signed it into law in May, saying that it was necessary to protect Montanians' personal data from the Chinese Communist Party. Now, the law was challenged by TikTok and a group of the app's content creators. They argued in part the ban would infringe on their First Amendment rights. Montana's attempt to ban marked the furthest step yet by a state government to restrict TikTok over perceived security concerns. The law was set to go into effect January 1st, but now a trial will decide its legality. The pause of military action in the Middle East has come to an end. The deadline for another extension expired at midnight Eastern Time. Rocket sirens were heard in the area during the final hours of the truce, and Israeli strikes have resumed across Gaza. The AV Channel's John Lawrence reports.
Hamas is a brutal enemy, and they will be defeated.
For the past 7 days, Israeli and Palestinian hostages were released and much-needed supplies were delivered to the war-torn Gaza region. But now Israel and Hamas are back at war.
Hamas didn't suddenly release these 80 Israelis because they became nice people. On the contrary, they're only doing it because of the pressure.
The Israeli military issued a statement Friday saying it has resumed combat operations against Hamas, claiming the militant group violated its agreement and fired a rocket toward Israel.
I think they're going to do all they can to destroy Hamas's military capability. I think they start back with an air war, first and foremost, again, to try to collect some intelligence, turn the drones back on, see what the situation is before the ground forces start to move.
More than 14,000 Palestinians have been killed in this war, and U.S. officials, including Secretary of State Antony Blinken, are stressing that Israel has to better its efforts to protect Gaza civilians during its attacks.
So it is not in Israel's strategic interest to increase the number of Palestinian casualties. Israel will do its utmost to limit those casualties, but it's going to be difficult because Hamas is going to continue to hide behind them and use them as shields.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
An Albert Einstein signed program from 1946 sold at an auction for $5,000 on Thursday. The program was from Einstein's visit to Lincoln University, a historically black college and university in Pennsylvania. The German scientist was invited by the university's president to receive an honorary degree. During the event, Einstein spoke out against racism. According to the auctioneers, the program was bought by an American collector. Thanks so much for joining us for AC 24/7. For more, go to theadvocatechannel.com and subscribe on the Advocate Channel YouTube page. I'm Aaron Dean.